Hello there once again, I'm Peter Vaughan, and here's another chapter of The Name of the Day. And today's letter is the letter R. And two of them, one for girls and one for guys. So I've chosen the name Richard and the name Robyn. Now, it's interesting because Robyn girls and Robyn boys. The difference between the Robyn girls and the Robyn boys is that the boys have the letter I instead of the Y there. So that's the only difference. But the big difference is that the Y and the I, the 9 and the 7 is where the indecisiveness comes in, whereas the I, 9, is the giving, understanding one, that things happen very fast in their life. Now, Richard here, that's the 18th letter of the alphabet, as you can see up the top. So we're going to put down there 9. And I is the 9th letter, so we're going to put down 9 again. 3, 8, 1, 9, and 4. And for Robyn, 9, 6, 2, 7, and 5. The R, a bit like the P with a brace, means I don't fall over easily. So I don't have to store and gain all my knowledge and leave it up inside my head and think I better not get over, top heavy or I'll fall over. Or I'll go and rush into something and hurt myself and learn things the hard way. This here stops them from falling forward. In other words, when they gain knowledge, it's usually with a lot of thought. Why a lot of thought? 1 and 8. It's the 18th letter. 1 says, I have got brains. 2, 9, 1, 9, and 5. 2 and 9 is 11, 12, 21, 26. So the word brain and the word think, same thing. Both of them add up to the number 8. So I think, and I therefore don't fall over ahead of time, whereas the P may rush in. So there's a lot in a letter, a huge amount of information. And this is why letters aren't just letters and numbers just aren't numbers. There's even a reason for each number depending on where it's found in your name, your birth date, the vowels in your name, the first letter, the surname, the initials, everything about you is in the numbers. So let's add up Richard and see what we've got here. 2 9s is 18, 21, 29, 30, 39, 43. And 4 and 3 equals 7. And in Robyn, 9 and 6 is 15, and 5 is 20, 22, and 7 is 29. I have mentioned at times the number 11 being a little spatial, or should I say etherical, in the air. And Robyn has this quality as the name is zeroed in to the number 2, which means detail, the cooperation. They're givers, they're careful, they're caring, they're loving. And as in the 18, they think, and then they give out. They keep a lot to themselves on the inside. They look at detail. They have learned to be decisive through experience, usually at a not such a stressful pace as it would be if the letter Y was on the end or the last letter or the first letter. This is in the middle of the name, so it has a softer impact. And they learn well with what they're doing and learn to manage the mechanics or the understanding of technology as they're going through. But they're very good with details, so they usually will have a good memory, articulate, take care with things, like things that they should be, but if they're negative, messy and untidy. That's another thing to go with the number 2. 2 means keeping it all sorted and in the right place. And another number 2 says, oh, I've got it all here. It's in the right place. It's all in that box. Go dig for it. So this is what the differences are in the numbers at times. So Richard then is a thinker. He's a thinker. Got it? understands structure, and he thinks about it, which means that he is a clever person, but he likes the idea of structure. So unless they're working with structured type things, they're not really having a good time. So they like to know that there's purpose and reason with what they're doing, and then they will give it their all. A person's first name, of course, is backed up with their first and their last name, like Robin Williams as a name, the actor, or it could be with three names, like the former Prime Minister of New Zealand, Jinda Kate Laurel Ardern. Now, that is a whole pile of names, and when you put them all together, you then find out what the person's name and personality really is. And that name I just happen to have chosen, thinking about this now, is a very interesting name to study indeed. More so that I could actually do a film on that. So, therefore, Richard has a structure and likes to do things perfectly, or in many ways, the number 7 says, I like something when I get it, but I want the best. Even if I can't really afford it, I still want the best. A nicer car, a better tool set, a better television, a better computer, or a person around me who likes to think. I like the people who are thinkers, because that's exactly what a Richard is, a perfectionist when they can be. Robyn is a person who works with detail. And I do remember a Robyn many years ago who liked doing crochet and knitting and doing all sorts of small little bits with their hands. And she was quite clever, but she did have a good memory, and she was quite a stickler for accuracy. So the name Robyn then is a person who's got spiritual qualities. As they grow older in life, they become more aware of spiritual matters. And I don't just mean things such as a religion as such, but literally there's got to be more to life than meets the eye. Yeah, and that's what Robyns are like. If I changed Robyn into a male name by putting Robyn here, we've still got 9, 6, 2 and 5, but we've got a 9 there. 9 and 6 is 15 and 5 is 20, 22, 31. Big difference between the two, yet they sound the same. So we're looking at a person here with you, if you can recall Robin Williams, the actor. 3 is expressing, exciting and fun, and 1 is creative, from myself. He loved to have fun, but boy, was he ever sensitive. So much so that he wouldn't tell you what's going wrong around him. He would take in knocks and blows into his life, which would affect him, and he'd feel hurt by those things. But he doesn't necessarily tell you, but you'll know something is wrong, even though he won't admit it to you anyway. So Robyns are loyal, and these Robyns are detailed. And those Richards, they're just clever buggers. So everybody has a negative as well, not necessarily wanting to go into it, but in the negative side, some of the things that names add up to and therefore can be negative are really bad in the real world, which we're all in, of how to understand why people do what they do. So this is something that I have been so fascinated with for 44 years. I do classes and courses on this stuff. But if you liked what I've done up here today, I have to thank you for watching. And please click the like button if you're happy, or the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as Peter says, everything is in a name. Hi, Peter here again. If you liked what you saw, I have a full personality profiling service, but not just from your first name, from your whole name and your date of birth. The report covers your hidden skills and talents, what motivates you, how others see you, and much, much more, even an in-depth forecast. Follow the link in the description below for more direction. And again, thanks for watching.